Trey Lance playing tomorrow. I'm out on Trey Lance playing tomorrow.
I'm with you.
Just bubble wrap him until week 1.
Stop.
No, I'm with you.
Stop. Give the guy some reps.
It's not that, like, I mean, I get it. And
no, you don't get it.
I do get it. I want to see him too. And sure, every
I don't want
rep.
to see him. I need to see him. They need to see him.
Inject it into your veins.
Oh, God, I need it, Trey.
No, just
throw that slant route, big guy.
99.9% chance that what you're talking about is not a story. But if it is, you're all going to be apologizing on Friday morning. Like, again, there's only one thing that can mess up any NFL team's season from the word jump, and it's an injured quarterback. And if you look around the league, there are certain coaches, and oh, by the way, they happen to usually be the most successful ones, certain players too, that are punting on the preseason. And I think 10 years from now, what we're talking about right now is not even going to be a thing. Of course, you don't play your starting quarterback in the preseason.
You play your untested, unproven, unknown starting quarterback. Absolutely. Look around the league.
You look around the league. You're right. They don't play him. Look around college football.
And Mac Jones, did he play?
This idea that this
and he had a whole season last year.
This idea that we need the preseason at all is a financial concoction of the NFL.
No, I agree with that.
College football has shown you,
reps.
Right.
but he doesn't, because college football brings in a new quarterback every other year, and he doesn't get any preseason reps. You got to go play. And
he's also gotten reps against the Vikings in joint practices, which is a lot better work than, say, a game where you can't have all the game situations play out.
I mean, to me, we're making it sound like one quarter of football tomorrow night's going to make or break this guy.
No, it's not make or break, but it's going to help.
It's an appetizer.
The head coach, Kyle Shanahan, thinks that it's going to help him. So in Kyle, I trust. So in this case, if the head coach, the guy whose job it is to get Trey to be the best Trey he can be starting in week 1, if he thinks that Trey Lance could benefit from reps, then I'm here for it. And I know you're here for it too. You're going to watch it.
I mean,
you're not going to turn it off because you don't agree with the move.
I just mean the reigning Super Bowl champion head coach disagrees.
Right.
So that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but who's his quarterback? He's a guy who's been in the league for 12 years.
They had Jared Goff and they didn't play him.
Last year, he had not played one snap with his teammates.
Matthew Stafford.
Correct.
But the guy's 11 years in the league. There's a difference between a guy who hasn't played in football.
No, but he also did the same thing with Jared Goff.
No, he doesn't play anyone. McVay is very clear. He doesn't play anyone.
Jared Goff didn't play. You know Jared Goff needs reps.
We would all
shout out to Marin
Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes.
Shout out.
Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes, they played. Now, I hear you on this, but if Trey says, hey, I need to get hit, because this is what Mahomes says. This is Mahomes' words, not mine.
Then that's fine.
I need to get hit to get ready for the regular season. It gives me the rushes that I need to prepare my body for down the line. I listened and I was like, how do I argue with that?
No, listen. They're all going to do what they're going to do, and I'm sure he'll be fine and all of that. I'm just predicting that 10 years from now, the same way we never 10 years ago would have thought that our favorite NBA players would do what they do. 10 years from now, 10 years from now, this is not going to be a thing. If the preseason even exists in 10 years, which it will for financial reasons, I think that you're going to see star players, and I'm not saying Trey is that yet. I get it, but
to me, he's not.
You're going to see important players not play.
Yeah,
but he's not. You're already seeing that with the 49ers. Yeah, a lot of their important players aren't playing.
That's why I can't play Trey. So the argument is you want Trey to get reps and build chemistry and build some cohesion. Well, if Debo's not playing, if Ayuk's not playing, and Kittle's not playing, and Trent Williams is not protecting your blind side, and you got Colton McKivitz at right tackle, and Elijah Mitchell's still on the shelf, I don't want my starting quarterback playing with guys he's not going to throw to in the regular season.
But what about just feeling good when you walk into the building next week, having led a successful touchdown drive? That's all. Like
in the preseason,
you already did it.
I'm just saying. I know how I am when I'm shooting shots in the gym. I want to finish on a win.
He already did.
And he lit up the Vikings at times. And he played the Vikings and threw some
practice, right?
It's joint practice. But you can control the situation, though.
I know.
Tomorrow night is
it's not a controlled situation.
Tomorrow night's practice.
It's an exhibition game.
You love the turf. I know you break down the turf and the grass and everything. That Houston, Texas Stadium, Reliance Stadium is what they call it down there.
Right.
Reliance Stadium has been notorious for causing leg injuries. How many reports have we read? Belichick from multiple league officials. They got to do something with that turf. Yeah. So I know the turf is janky.
Yeah.
I'm not putting my franchise quarterback on that janky turf.
But let's not play him anywhere there. And then when there's turf this whole year, because we got to bubble wrap
just
this
Houston,
guy.
Just Houston.
Well, what about New York? That's where all the injuries
That's where all of it happens.
They're not playing
New York.
They're not playing in New York this year.
Luckily,
they're not playing in New York.
They lost 4 players in 4 plays
for
the year.
Yeah.
That year.
There were guys yelling about Soldier Field just 2 weeks ago, which is where his first game
don't
will
play
be.
him. Sudfeld gets the start. Bubble wrap.
But the point is you obviously are going to take that risk for games that matter.
Right.
That's this game.
I wouldn't.
Because that's what we're doing.
This game does not matter.
Wrap him.
This game does not
December
matter.
matters.
Wrap that guy.
Yeah, exactly. Wrap that guy.
What is Trey Lance going to learn from lighting up a backup Lovie Smith defense? The outdated cover 2 scheme.
He's going to get more comfort as an actual NFL quarterback with pads on in a game that is more of a realistic game than a joint-controlled practice.
And what if the coach just wants to see him play a little better because the offense has been struggling? What about that aspect?
Well, is he going to struggle without the main cogs?
I'm just
going to be throwing to Danny Gray, Ray McLeod.
Look, again, I get everybody's point. They're going to do it. This is the way it's always been done. Sometimes it takes a long time to undo the way things that have been done. But, Bonte, I get your point. The only way this conversation really changes tomorrow night.
Don't even say
if
it.
He goes out and has a wonderful run, are you like, okay, now the season's going to be amazing?
No, just a touchdown drive.
Nothing great happens tomorrow night. And very, very likely, nothing awful happens. But the only way it becomes a lead story is, and you know what. And why? Why take that chance?
And then that's not true because all we've done is throw to Danny Gray. So,
look, 650 Comcast Business Text, he has to get used to game speed. You go get your own defense every single day of practice. Niners have one of the best defenses in the league.
That's not game speed, though.
Neither is tomorrow night.
It's closer to game speed than a controlled practice is.
You're going against
Believe me, Mark, I've played in training camps for years. I know the difference.
I mean, you're going against guys who aren't even going to be in the league. That's who you're going against. This is not real. Everything is vanilla.
Hold on, Mark. Yeah. What if Trey struggles tomorrow? And he throws 2 picks on 2 drives.
Then we're keeping Jimmy.
Guess what? Now you got to open up Pandora's box and say, boy, y'all sure you want to move off at number 10?
Pandora's box is closed.
For another 2 weeks. We're stuck for another 2 weeks talking about number 10.
Pandora's box is closed. The only reason why they continue to say, sorry about that. That bit, unfortunately, is now dead, as we know. So, as his song of the day, they live and they sleep with the fishes. Seriously, Luca Brasi.
I was just going to say.
What you guys make of this? Because I think the visual of Shanahan's facial expression when he answered this question is
priceless. Week for TK.
See it anyway, a backup scenario if someone gets hurt.
Back.
Could he be on this team?
I mean, I think any scenario is possible.
I mean, see it anyway, a backup scenario if someone gets hurt. Back. Could he be on this team?
Way back! I mean, I think any scenario is possible.
God!
I didn't know you guys had that in the bag today. I was on the phone all morning.
What if he had added? Would the answer been different if he had added one more backup? No, the backup.
To the backup.
Yeah, back that thing up.
Now you're thinking.
Boy, you look good.
Did you back that thing up?
Consideration. That's what I needed him to.
Yeah, he's been watching Giants games and he's been listening to Gabe Kapler. Everything's a consideration.
Did you see his face though? After he answered the question,
oh my God, he looked around the room
and didn't look back at TK like you really answered. You really asked me that. Like the face looks.
It's like, dude, you've been here every day for the last. No, it's not.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I mean, next Tuesday, right? Wow.
Next Tuesday.
You guys,
what do you guys want? Chorizo, sausage? What are you guys looking at?
I'm out of town next week. Full disclosure.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I looked at the contract.
Yeah. That's
burritos will be delivered the next day. You're not here.
Steven, enjoy my burrito.
Yeah, I'm sorry. No. Look at me. Say, Mark, enjoy my burrito.
Mark, enjoy my burrito.
I'm just going to buy one for me.
Yeah.
That's what we're going to do.
And you better hurry because your boy is going to be gone for a solid 2 weeks on paternity leave.
Nice.
Labor Day, actually. Labor Day,
taking a full 6.
No, I'm taking 2 now. I'm taking 2 at Christmas, and then I'm taking the 2.
That's
2 and 2.
Actually, I think they owe me 2 weeks. I only took like 3 or 4 weeks, man.
Yeah, I'm doing the Chuck Woolery 2 and 2.
Oh,
and then 2 later. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, it's dated reference, but it felt good about that.
I was all in on Love.
Love Connection.
What if something happens next week before you get there? Do you have a backup backup plan to your plan?
Yeah, it's called sick days,
Okay.
and it's also called the flexible time policy here at Odyssey.
The flexible moment of the day.
Yeah, thank you. Your boy will be flexing his way on out of here. The phone is on, too, so if you happen to hear a ring,
Oh, nice.
a little ringy ding,
Then you're just gone.
Gone.
Good.
Yeah. Gone
Just
in
like
60
that.
seconds.
Nice.
Yeah, your
Max
boy's
and step up, baby.
Like
Let's go.
Rodon in free agency.
Look at you. Although Mark seems to think, why would he leave this juggernaut?
That's not what I said.
It's
That's not what I
more
said
fun
at
when
all.
I put
Change
words
his
in
tune?
you know.
In terms of what?
I've never heard him say that the phrase like entertainment and compelling.
I heard this, yeah.
I found it to be like, whoa.
So here's what I think
It's a
happened.
change of heart.
He admitted on here's my read of everything that we heard him say on the TK show the other day.
Yeah.
He knows, or he thought, that the farm system would be ready to spit some stuff out by next year.
Agreed.
They may have Kyle Harrison ready to go. They'll see if they can get Ramos turned around. But outside of those two, he admitted, I don't think the farm system's going to spit much out next year either. Because even Luciano, who's back, he's healthy, hit a grand slam the other night. Even him, right, he's not going to be ready next year. So if you're not going to be ready next year, and this year went the way it went, he knows that everything is under consideration. They need to change a little bit. They're going to need to adjust on the fly a little bit. They're aware that they can't do this another year because it'll really upset people.
Can't do this again.
You can't do this again. Right. So you're going to keep hearing him slip in there like, we can't just buy everybody.
Yeah.
Because that's going to get us in trouble. And he's right.
You got to make
He is
some
right.
chuckles
He
every
is
time.
right.
He's
We
absolutely
can't just buy everyone.
Right. But
His awkward chuckle every answer.
It's kinda driving me crazy.
I think that Giants fans who've been upset at lack of spending, lack of stars, embedded in that was good news. They know.
Yes.
They know that they need to probably bump up the time frame of when they were going to go really bring the checkbook.
I'm with you on that. And
I think they know.
So I look at this as an opportunity right now. Artie Moreno is going to sell the Angels at some point. David Sampson, who ran
Joe Lacob, go ahead.
Well, maybe.
Yeah,
but
We're going to get into that.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Wow.
But here's the thing,
Not
like
really.
Seriously.
you listen to the Marlins guy who used to run the team for like 15 years, David Sampson. One of the things he said, whenever there's a transition of power in any sport, you just look across the board and tough decisions have to be made. They always, the outgoing owner makes those trades before the new guy comes in so that the new guy's not the bad guy. They did this with the Marlins. They've done this with the Washington football team years ago.
The Nationals with Juan Soto.
They've done it a zillion times across sports. So they've got Ohtani, they've got Trout. If they are going to move those guys, it's going to happen hopefully either right before Artie Moreno goes to sell or right before the new person comes in control.
If they're smart, they do it this offseason.
That's what I'm saying.
Literally
So-
the day after the
so-
season.
And it's going to
Knowing
take about a year for the ownership thing to happen. But
So wait a minute. I want to go back to something you two said last week. If that is the case with the Angels,
I love it. Check them.
and Shohei Ohtani is available.
Let's say show
Are
high
you still?
to
Are you
Shohei.
Shohei, show whatever.
Show
He's
me
an
the
MVP. He's an MVP. It's Cy Young
Show
candidate.
me the hay.
Are you guys still right to train that Kyle Harrison is untouchable for a guy like Shohei Ohtani?
Okay, so this one,
He's a top 5 player
you
in baseball.
put them in check, Bonte Hill.
Ohtani's really interesting because you
You're
got
really going to hold on to Kyle Henderson?
No,
Kyle
you got
Harrison
to get your hands on him by any means necessary. But here's the thing: I don't believe, and this will sound crazy off the top, I don't believe Shohei Ohtani is going to command that kind of price like Juan Soto did.
That's crazy.
Because he's a free agent in
and
a
he's
year.
older.
He's a free agent in a year. And what you Bonte, like, you're right. Would you give up Kyle Harrison for Shohei? Yes. But do you give up Kyle Harrison if you don't know that you're keeping Shohei?
Well,
that would be a disaster.
Well, you better
that
talk to Shohei and say, hey, here's a half a billy. We're trading for you.
So
he's 28 years old. I get it.
the other way to play that is to go through back channels. If Jason Stark did say just 3 weeks ago, which he did, that the Giants and Dodgers are probably the two favorites for Shohei long term, if that's the case, you go through back channels. You don't need to get him now.
Yeah.
If you're going to get him, I'd rather get him then than get him now.
Well, you want to get in an arms race with the Dodgers right now?
You lose.
You want to get in an arms race with the Padres?
There is
You
no
are.
arms race right now.
You are.
The Yankees.
No, but it's just money.
The Red Sox.
It's just money, though.
But do the Giants want to spend? You already said that. Farhan said, don't expect me to spend, wildly.
No, they would spend on him.
Of course.
They would spend on him.
I know, it's every time.
It is.
It's every time. It's because he's uncomfortable with the situation.
Yes.
And, we all thought that the farm would have produced more by now, but they haven't. So,
and that's why
and here we are.
keep talking about 2024.
Totally.
So 2023, what am I supposed to do? Talk about this damn team for 162?
It's big off season.
Yeah.
It's a huge offseason.
Massive. Massive.
And I know
Big
we're
offseason.
bearing it, but I do believe they're not a winning team, so he will not get this award. He should be at least mentioned. Rodon has been a Cy Young worthy player. I'm saying he should be in the conversation.
Well,
he's been awesome.
Way more important than the award, and this is what I did say, Diggs.
awesome.
It's not about whether Rodon wants to stay. I don't understand. There's such a defeatist, there's like this underlying defeatist mentality. It's like, Rodon's going to opt out.
Right?
Great, then re-sign him.
Yes.
You've got the most money.
Yes.
You're San Francisco. You have
Thank you.
nothing committed to next year. If this guy can get through the season healthy, which you were betting he could.
And he did.
And he's amazing, bring the lumber.
Yeah.
Bring the lumber and re-sign him.
So it sounds good, and I think I hear what you're saying, Mark.
Yeah.
I understand completely, but you become a free agent, and you're Carlos Rodon, and you see what the Giants have, and you're hearing Farhan say, "Yeah, our guys are not going to be ready until 2024. Maybe Harrison, maybe Ramos."
That's the farm,
I have
though.
no idea what the lineup's going to look like. I have no idea if you're going to be able to bring in Aaron Judge or Trey Turner or Josh Bell or Carlos Correa, whatever free agent that's
all
out
that's
there.
true, but he's having
All that's
career
true.
years this
He's
year
having a career
with this
year.
lineup.
But he opts
In
out.
this
And all of a
ballpark.
That's what
sudden-
I'm saying.
And all of
Yeah.
a sudden, the St. Louis Cardinals come knocking on the door.
So
All of a sudden, the Dodgers come knocking on the door, or the Mariners come knocking on the door, and they're like, "We're going to match what the Giants do, and they're going to win."
then you say, no, they're not going to match what we're going to do.
Yes,
Here comes
that's
another
the
$10 million.
equalizer.
So my
Yeah.
point is,
All money ain't good money.
I love the way you think, but it is the way us fans think. It's not the way historically players think.
They want money.
They want the money.
And they want
So
the years, and Farhan doesn't want to give the years.
We don't know what he wants to do here.
So far, the
And we
biggest
don't-
deal he's
so let me-
given is 3 years to DeSclafani is a miss, and LaStella, that's a miss.
As a pitcher, though, you're not going to have to do the 10 years. Like, he's not Scherzer.
It's 5.
Right.
5.
And
It feels like 5's the number.
So let's do 5.
Yeah.
Right? And if that's what is offered out there, I mean, you can tell Rodon, and this is exactly what I would do if I were
Yeah.
Farhan. Hey, Carlos, if you like it here,
Yeah.
maybe he hates it here. Who the hell
that
knows?
could totally be plausible.
If you like it here, go opt out. Go check with every.
Yeah.
Do the whole process.
That's a dangerous game.
And then we'll give you $1 million more.
That's what I'm
than
saying.
whatever you find.
Whatever more.
I wonder how much he
that'll
likes
play.
being here with, I know early on the Gabe Kapler hook. He doesn't love getting the hook from, I'm sure he doesn't
Well,
love the
it's been the best
spreadsheet
version of
approach.
him.
And
Yeah,
he doesn't
they've-
love
they've-
right fielders dropping pop-ups.
But it's
playing
been
early
his
defense
best
behind him.
He stayed healthy for the first time.
Well, but do they not get credit for that by watching his pitch count? I mean, who knows what he's thinking?
Has he had Tommy John yet? Because we know that every pitcher gets it once, if not twice. Walker Buehler's
getting
You talk
it
about
twice.
2024.
Dibs.
See ya, Buell. See you in 2 years.
Bueller.
And that's where the Dodgers may come in and say, "We
Bueller.
need somebody for 2023."
That's what I'm saying.
Come
They
down
might.
and play with your
Well,
former
I
college
said
teammate,
exactly.
Trey Turner.
The Tommy John thing for just a
Is Trey
second.
Turner going to be there?
I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah.
The
No,
Tommy
I don't
John
know.
thing is really
No.
alarming to me, and I know this is a bigger conversation. My little nephew, he's 15 years old, lives in Sacramento. He's highly recruited in baseball, year-round player. He just had Tommy John. Another boy who I've coached for years, Mike Mack's kid, his son had Tommy John. This is 2 boys in high school baseball, okay, that have Tommy John before 16 years old.
Right.
And I'm saying to myself, guys, like, we've got to stop the year-round baseball. Like, it's just it's out
We're
of
going to
control.
stop the year-round everything.
I'm with you
No,
on
you
that.
gotta
can't.
stop the
It's
year-round
over
everything.
because
It really
the,
broke my
the
heart.
temptation of what it can produce. If you're like your daughter's a soccer player and she's a good soccer player and she could play 10 or 11 months a year, and my youngest son's best friend is now playing in Spain,
Okay.
and he played in the similar kind of vibe where he was on one of those elite travel teams
Yes.
and he played 9 or 10 months a year, and it's going to lead to overuse, especially in baseball, because now what we do,
Exactly.
and big Little League game coming up at noon today,
Yeah.
Tennessee, Hawaii in the winners bracket. These kids play only baseball.
Exactly.
Well,
So
did you cover the other day with New York, PA?
no, New York did not cover. Pennsylvania with the 10 run. Hawaii today lay the 1.5.
But you're right about this Little League thing, because
What's wrong with you?
No, but I see this all the
Pay the
time.
under
Sorry to
too.
take you down that road.
No, I'm actually I'm in a little pool and I'm actually leading the pool. I'm at 76%, but don't let that get
I
in the
was
way.
in the pool.
There's good
I'm sorry,
coaches.
go ahead.
No, there's good coaches, and then there's a lot of coaches that don't understand. You can't just pitch 5 innings, then go catch and throw back to the pitcher
Absolutely.
another 3 or 4 innings, then go play on your other team where the other coach goes, hey, can you throw another 3 or 4 innings today? Not, finding out from the parents and from the kid how many innings it's all. Matt Cain threw 100 pitches a week, but little Timmy at 12 could throw 320? It's just, to me, it's out of control. Yeah. And it breaks my heart. So Walker Buehler, second Tommy John.
Yeah. But, guaranteed contracts, and you saw him beaming after surgery. Hey, guys, I'll be back. See you in a year. How nice would that be? Well, I know surgery sucks, but guaranteed deal. As opposed to football, if he had a similar injury in football, I'd be like, see ya.
It's a big good question for Doc when we talk to him next, which, by the way, won't be today. Just this week, it'll be tomorrow. But it'd be a good question for him is what has been the effect of year-round sports on all athletes, because it does not give whatever those specific muscles are that you're using, it does not give them a chance to rest.
So true.
Clay's dad used to tell me this all the time. It was his philosophy, in fact. The second the basketball season was over, he's like, that's it.
Yes.
He's like, I'm not touching a basketball for 3 months. He's a tennis player. He likes tennis.
Yeah.
Go play tennis.
You heard that.
And he never had any soft tissue injuries in his career. Not a one.
Tom
It's kind of
Glavine.
interesting what happened to his son.
I know.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, like Drew League, FIBA, Olympics. If you're on a good team and you go to the playoffs into June every single year, it wears you down.
So Tom Glavine, greatest story I ever heard. He's played hockey.
Yeah.
And so he's in high school. The scouts are watching him, and it's the end of June or whatever. And they go, my God, he's his junior year. When's the next time you're going to pitch? Probably March. And he goes, I'm going to play hockey in the fall, and then I'll go back out on the baseball field in March. And he goes, I'm convinced I pitched till I was 46 years old, because from the time I was 8 years old until I became a professional baseball player, I didn't pitch all year round.
Tom Brady doesn't even do training camp anymore. He knows.
There you go.
I'm going to go rest.
But you're so right about this.
He's going to go rest.
And there's the mental fatigue, too, for a lot of these kids. I mean, I can't tell you how many kids, they just played baseball. Sophomore year, I'm done. I have burnout, and I'm good, and I'm just burnt out.
That's the other thing.
now.
They burn out. They
I
burn
get it
out.
now, though. I do get all that. Like, you guys are all absolutely right. But I'm just growing up as a kid, I love doing all those sports.
I know. But
baseball,
the coaches,
the football, the basketball, like it was just
but you
travel
diversified. You diversified, and that's what's important.
You
like
can't just do one.
But now the sense is, if you're not playing
missing
travel
out.
ball, you're falling behind.
Exactly.
And that's where, and the coaches and the money in all these programs, and they brainwash these parents. Hey, little Johnny, if he stays with it, if he plays for us, man, he's got a great arm. I think he can be a D1. He's got a chance to go to the show.
Are you going to Atlanta with us? It's going to cost $4,000.
Yeah,
Right,
totally.
and kids are not even playing for their high school teams. They're just playing for the travel ball team.
Oh, that's like
high school.
Playing for your high school team is like being a sophomore in college.
Yeah.
It's like, oh gosh, you didn't come out after 1 year.
Right.
You're not very good.
You didn't go straight to the G League.
Soccer specifically, they look down on the soccer high school teams. I know this because my niece was playing high level, and you have to make all these decisions. And if you don't play for the high school coaches club team, you're on the way out anyway.
Yeah, no doubt. I started my high school refereeing yesterday, high school girls volleyball out in the East Bay, Carondelet, taking on Benicia.
Did you tee anybody up?
No, I was actually the down ref, and I learned yesterday.
What that means.
There's the up ref in the chair, and there's the down ref at the net, and I'm basically calling the unders and the net violations and all the rest of it.
Took the under? Okay, go ahead.
I took the under, and so I didn't have a chance to flash the card on anyone, but you'd be surprised at how non-confrontational I am as an official.
Nice.
Can you explain to Shasky who wears a different colored jersey in volleyball?
It's the libero, the back row specialist.
Yeah, we didn't have that in grammar school volleyball.
Of course. Nor did they have it when I was coming up as a volleyball player.
That's a new thing.
See, I was unaware. He got all mad at me. I'm like, dude, I'm coaching fifth grade girls volleyball, and we're the C team.
It's a player who goes back row only, but the player can go in for anybody in the back row. So
Gotcha.
You go in for somebody, you play 3 rotations, and when you rotate to the front, you immediately go out for 1 point, and then you go back in for somebody else in the back row, and you play 3 more rotations. It gives people like you and I, littler people, a shot.
Yes.
As opposed to these behemoths.
When I was covering high school volleyball and would write stories, I would be like, oh, the libero, okay. And I had somebody explain to me what was what, and I got really into covering volleyball. So I was mad at Shasta. I was like, you don't have a libero? What's going on here?
Yeah.
We're working on going underhand over the net.
Good.
Yeah, that's what we were working on.
Carondelet a powerhouse.
How'd it go?
Yeah, they're good. They were
It did
good.
not go well.
You can't leave without us circling back to the this. You'll love this because of everything that you guys have been discussing that is Giants and Farhan related all year.
Yes.
Of all the TK stuff and I know we got to some of it yesterday. There's definitely more to get to, but this is a direct quote from Farhan on that TK show. I think it's important for us to establish 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 guys who are everyday guys. He wants less platooning. He wants less pinch hitting.
That's music to my ears.
Hey, he's listening to the Morning Roast.
Well, who doesn't?
Farhan, thanks for listening, Farhan. No, kidding. No,
this is a revelation.
Right.
So you're saying he wants good players as opposed to these specialized mediocre players.
That's correct.
You got to give him an extension.
That's correct.
Extend him right now.
You don't think he walks 4 blocks down the street to chase it or saying, damn, they got it popping here. Look at all the Jonathan Kuminga bets we didn't get into. Stephen A. saying he's not working hard.
We touched on it yesterday.
You can accept this. You can punt it, whatever. I think this is really what happened. You got the 107 wins at a time where you were kind of placeholding, and that surprised everybody. And then this year, you wanted to do placeholder plus. You wanted to do it again,
like HBO.
And next year, you thought your farm system is going to start giving you the homegrown talent that you need, and then we will supplement financially. This year goes bad. The farm system also has a tough year, and so then you go, wait a minute, we can't wait. We have to do this now.
Yeah.
I really think that was the plan, and so you can accept it, deny it. I'm going to just kick the can down the road. Let's see what he does in December.
See what he does. I'm very intrigued. Most intriguing Giants offseason in a very long time, probably since after the 2016 season when they lost to the Cubs in the NLDS.
Denard Span, come on down.
Rest in peace, Lynn Dawson. Rest in peace, Lynn Dawson.
Yeah, I just saw that.
Super Bowl 4, MVP. The photo you talked about, Shasky.
It's one of the most iconic photos in sports history.
Inside the NFL. Remember watching that on old school HBO, Lynn Dawson? That was good stuff. Yeah. That's it for us, Shasky.